Hey guys, it's me Daniel, aka DJ Exotic. I'm going to discuss a subject that's been going on for a good while about hard dance music and hardcore music here in the state of Texas. Why there's not enough of it, and why promoters are not actually booking more of it. Also trying to bring events here in Texas like Q Dance and Q Base and Climax and stuff like that. So I might as well get down to it. And who's messaging me? I guess that's somebody else. What's the first part? Why there's not enough hard dance and hardcore music here in the state of Texas? Well, to tell you the truth, there's not that many people spinning this type of music. There are a group of people here here in Texas, like in Austin and Houston area, and very little bit in Dallas. The reason why you don't see us get booked as much because, well, promoters are not going to book any hard dance or hardcore music unless we do it for free. And most of us can't do it for free. Most of us can't do it for free. But the most of the people who can't do it for free because they depend on getting paid because they want to try to get this music out there as much as possible. They're not doing it for themselves. They're trying to get the music out them for themselves because, heck, who's going to pay for their gas for going out there for the event they're booked for? And another thing about that is that most of these guys who I know who's doing this hard dance and hardcore music, they're actually really talented, really talented DJs and producers. For myself, I used to produce music for the hard house scene, and it was really well known throughout the whole scene. It kind of sucks when back in that time I had a hard time trying to get myself booked because most of the promoters won't let me book me because they don't want to pay me, and the majority of the time I do get booked, I had to do it for free. And to tell you the truth, I would say some promoters about that, but I'm not going to say any names because I got respect for these guys. But it's getting to the point where I, for myself, don't want to do it for free. Either you start paying me for gas and let me spend a good certain time to give these people what they want, or start, throwing events that's nothing but for, people for us who spend hard dance and hardcore music. And majority of that time, they don't want to do that. As for promoters, when I look at their view of the eye, they look at hard dance and hardcore music as a non-profit kind of way. Yes, there is a scene for that. They see it. But they only see that in out of state because they already know that in Los Angeles, Arizona, Chicago, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, and even all the way, I think Florida got a good hard dance scene too. They have a good scene out there. Go to Seattle. Seattle's got a great happy hardcore scene out there. They see these promoters from around the United States as a good marketing kind of way. Unlike Texas, they don't see it that way. Because either they can throw this house and dubstep event for the people who's already into that type of style, or lose the money but trying produce a hard dance, a hardcore event that people who doesn't like it. Because you gotta understand that majority of people in the EDM scene and the rave scene, they really don't listen to hard dance and hardcore music. And the people who does, it's a small percentage. Yeah, there's people from Los Angeles, yeah, there's some people from Chicago who's doing it, but they're doing it in a small portion kind of events. Some promoters that I know who was trying to do it in Texas, they was doing it in a big event because they were trying to make a good profit, but fell. One of them, and I know people are going to be like bashing me for this, but they're not even around anymore. One of them is Massive Tent. The first 2 years they were doing very well, and yes, they actually kind of stole money from the certain group, and I'm not going to say that because I'm trying to avoid lawsuits, but they put out false advertising about saying, oh, we're going to book this artist, we're going to book that artist. And a lot of people came. But failed to tell people that they wasn't really coming and made, stole money. Because it's already bad enough that here in Texas we got a bad rep of being shady. And that's the reason why we don't have a very successful events or hard dance or hardcore events, because already most promoters are already doing that, who say, oh yeah, we're going to book DJ Zanny, oh yeah, we're going to book DJ Clooney, oh yeah, we're going to book Ingerfist, and failed because they get caught doing that and they don't believe these promoters that can book, trying to bring hard dance events. So today, standards is that if they're going to book an artist, it had to be someone who's very famous. And the majority of the people who are famous in the hard dance scene, like Headhunter, he's very famous and he's well known. But his pricing to come over here in the United States is very high. And I can understand that because they had to go through some process of America state lines, go through the program of visa and stuff like that, and tell them, hey, we're artists, we're here to perform, we're not here to to stay here. They had to pay a certain fee and tax to come to America to do that type of stuff, because you gotta understand that if you are not from here, you gotta pay taxes and stuff, which is bullshit. Also, staying in motels, feeding them, entertain them, because they don't want to stay in their motel room. It costs a lot of money to luxury these DJs. And what most people don't understand, the promoters are not going to spend at least about 6 to 7 grand. They only even spend 2 grand on most artists, unless they know they're going to make their money back. And promoters these days, they're just doing house music and dubstep because they know they can make a good profit off that whole event. And you're wondering, well, how come they can't team up with the people who Q dance? Well, they would, but Q dance is not going to come to Texas because they already know how our history here in Texas are. And to tell you the truth, if Q dance does come here to Texas, they have to team up with someone who had a great investment and a great investor and a great promotion team. And the only two people who I can see doing that is Insomniac and Disco Donnie Productions. But they're already doing that in Las Vegas and throughout the United States. They're not going to do it here in Texas because pretty much you already know what's going on up after EDC and also in Eternal. Which I'm about to bring up a subject right now. Actually, I'm going to leave that out. I would like to see Q-Dance come here to Texas to throw an event, but I don't see it happening because we got promoters here who's not willing to help out or take a risk of trying to bring something that's good here in Texas. And it breaks my heart a lot because I've been doing this for almost well over 12 to 13 years, and it kind of sucks that you work so hard to try to get somewhere and also trying to bring this music style here to the States. And also the cities and people who actually love this type of music, but you can't because you got to deal with the people, politicians, who always got to tell you, well, this is not going to get popular. House music and dubstep is more popular than hard dance and hardcore music. That shit belongs over there in the UK. Either you start spinning electros, or you start spinning out of state, which it kind of sucks because these promoters are not willing to book local hard dance and hardcore artists. But it's not going to stop me or anybody else doing it because we got the love for the music. But if you really want to see hard dance music come up, talk to your promoters. Tell your promoters that you want it. Actually demand hard dance music at the event. And ask them trying to get them on the main stage instead of trying to put them on a small stage. Because results I saw most of the time when they come and see their favorite local DJ like Jasmine Rose and they see her spinning in a small stage, or DJ Diss Track spinning on a small stage, they get pissed off automatically. They're like, how come they're spinning in a small stage? Who's the DJ in the main stage? I mean, I could show you videos of it, but I'm not going to do that. But if you really want to see hard dance music come up again, like it did 2 years ago, when Jasmine Rose was doing it, and also Moonstruck Red, demand it. Tell your local promoter and tell them start bringing Headhunter, start bringing Clooney, start bringing this and that, and start booking these local DJs who's been around more longer than these DJs. Because it's getting to the point where most of these people who's been doing it for a long time, hard dance or hardcore music, are actually kind of leaving or doing other things. There's one person in Dallas who I used to look up to who was doing hard dance music, and all of a sudden he switched over to dubstep. But he told me the reason why he's doing that, which I completely understand. Because it's getting to the point where they're not making any money, they're not getting exposure because they're working so hard to try to put out a mix CD or put out a track. and dealing with promoters who don't want to book artists like them or me, because even though they give them a mix CD, a business card, a DVD promo pack that have videos and stuff like that, and tell them they got videos online, they're not going to be looking at that because they can care less. They only care about your name and the popularity and politicians. If you're not really popular and you don't got people behind you who's willing to say that you're really good, or the people who's actually, a decent fan base of yourself, they're willing to back you up, they're not going to book you, which I can understand from promoter side of view when they got to make a profit. But it kind of sucks when the a promoter book a sucky DJ that doesn't even know how to spin, but his name is very good. So if you really want to see hard dance music come here to Texas, tell your local promoters in Dallas, Austin, and Houston, even San Antonio and El Paso, to bring hard dance music. Because the only way I can see Q Dance coming if they see us saying, oh well, they're having hard dance events here now, let's come over there and see what they got. That's the only thing I can see that happening. That's only my best options right now to tell you guys why we can't have dance like that. But if we really want to have hard dance music, tell your promoters straight up. And if you don't like what they say, just tell them that, well, we're not going to come to your events if you're going to be doing this then. Because I had people come up to me and ask me how come they book these same asshole DJs who spent the same music from last night, who they're spending the same night again. And I tell them, well, this is how business is. They got to make a profit. Well, this is bullshit about making money. I lost $60 to the same DJ who I've been seeing the last event from last week, and he's spun the same music. Yes, I understand that, dude. Calm down. No, this is bullshit. And I gotta deal with these people most of the time when I'm filming an event, and I understand you guys why you get pissed off when you spend $40 to $60 because you demand to see new shit. And to tell you the truth, I don't see EDM events and rave events going on much longer here in Texas, because right now I'm seeing this bullshit kind of news. The media is actually using us again and saying that we're bad people again, and we're going to go back to the dark ages, meaning we're not going to have the big events again. We're going to be going right back to the underground, which I don't mind going, but the struggle going to the underground, no thanks. I don't want to go through that battle again. Sorry about that, guys. My camera shut off. Back I was saying, yeah, if you want to see hard dance and hardcore music, being more present at these events, talk to your local promoters. And if they give you some kind of excuse, then at least you tried. I'm going to sign out, guys, so hope to see you around. Right now I'm booked for Mad Hatter Tea Party 12. I am going to be filming at that event too, so check me out. And also check me out my SoundCloud event, SoundCloud account. Sorry about that, kind of a little tired. Also, I got some upcoming mix coming up pretty soon. Twisted Minds, Rebirth Project, Hardcore Justice with DJ Etiquette from Chicago. He's doing the mix with me. Also, another one, hardstyle mix pretty soon. Don't mind the sound of the computer. Somebody started messaging me. I don't know when I'm going to name the hardstyle mix, but hopefully I can get it up by November too. So, see y'all later, guys. Peace.